No, it's okay. Oh, here, I got it.
Thank you all very much. I'm delighted to be in such esteemed company today. Rabbi, I'd like to start with you, if I may.
Sure.
Obviously, our world has changed in the past 18 months. What changes are you seeing in the demographics and the motivations or the concerns of potential olim to Israel?
It's a great question. As Nir Barkat just mentioned, that there's been an elimination of gray after October 7th, good versus bad, truth versus falsehood. The connection between diaspora Jewry and Israel has been strengthened. The visceral emotional connection to Israel has been strengthened. And then any individual who's connected to Israel has expressed that identity, either through advocacy, like Montana Tucker, or others in charitable acts. And those sitting on the fence who were always contemplating making Aliyah, I think this has been the push to fight terror with light and life and spirit. And we've seen a wave of interest, an increase of applications from all ages, but especially youth, which is extremely promising.
Fascinating.
I'm dating myself. Youth is like 18 to 30, so it's a...
I don't count then.
It's okay.
Not yet. Tony, if I may, so Nefesh B'Nefesh operates across 4 strategic pillars. Aliyah and integration, national service, national development, and Zionist education. How are these platforms today addressing Israel's most urgent national challenges?
Listen, we've made these pillars because each one of these pillars is a national interest to the country. When you speak about Zionist education, as you see today in the world, the more people have education about Zionism, it's better for the world. It's better for the Jews to know what is a Zionist, and it's proud to be a Zionist. When you come and talk about lone soldiers, Chaylim Bodadim, from all over the 72 countries of the world to come to Israel and to make Aliyah, we're there to help them. So it's another pillar. And that's also a national pillar. The shortage of doctors today, we're bringing 4,000 doctors over the next 4 or 5 years. It's a critical shortage of physicians. They're coming. We're leaving after this beautiful ceremony here in Jerusalem Post. We're going to France because there's 400 doctors that are waiting to make Aliyah. So that's another national position. And of course, Aliyah in general, whether you're young, old, whether you're professional, not professional, whether you're a student, whether whatever you are, you're going to make Aliyah, and we're going to help you.
That's very true. I'm glad you brought up the medical aspect of it. As news editor of the Post, I keep up to date, obviously, with all the medics going on across the world. And as you mentioned, France is a big one. Rabbi, if I could return to you for a second, touching on this medical aspect. You have an international Aliyah medical program to help streamline the process of Aliyah for licensed medical professionals. And it's a bit of an issue going on in Israel. We've seen sort of a brain drain in that sector. What measurable impact is this initiative having on the numbers making Aliyah, and how is it addressing this brain drain that's taking place in Israel?
Oh, it's ironic that in a Jewish state we are having a dearth of physicians, and coupled with the Ministry of Health and Ministry of Immigration and Absorption, we created a project over the next 5 years to bring a few thousand physicians on Aliyah from around the world. That infusion of talent is invaluable. If you just calculate the amount of patients that a physician can see throughout the year and you multiply it by hundreds and thousands of new physicians, it's rebuilding the entire medical infrastructure in the state of Israel. And because of that partnership with the government, that synergetic relationship between private and public entities, we're able to make a real change. And we're seeing already in year 1 an incredible success. Our target was 300 physicians for 2024. 519 physicians made Aliyah in 2024.
Fantastic.
It's incredible. And we're jumping around the world, from France to Argentina to London, soon to Australia, and we're just seeing remarkable communities, an incredible expression of solidarity to Israel and the wish and the will and desire to build the country.
Yeah, and they're not just going, excuse me for a second, but they're not just going to Jerusalem or Tel Aviv. They're going to the north and to the south where the need is even greater. Imagine physicians in the Golan and way in the south.
Absolutely. For those who are not known, we have fantastic medical facilities dotted across the country, and we need people, obviously, to staff them and work there. I'd like to, if I may, return to one point we touched upon before, which was Zionist education, one of the pillars, and how the Zionist education initiatives of Nefesh B'Nefesh are helping shape Jewish identity among diaspora youth and strengthening it, particularly, obviously, post-October the 7th, it's changed or strengthened considerably.
Well, I think that the younger the generation needs the most help at this point, because in schools they're combating anti-Semitism. They're combating all the anti-Israel and the anti-Jewish hatred. So what we've initiated is that when a lot of these young children, young adults are coming to Israel, they come to our campus, and we give them a quick crash course on Zionist education. I mean, if you ask them, you know, who's the prime minister today? They'll probably know, but you ask them many questions and how to combat the most common, simple questions, they don't know. It's not because they're ignorant, it's because they were never taught that in schools today. So that's what we're teaching, how to combat the most simple, basic question when someone says, boy, you're just killing Jews and babies. You Jews are just killing babies. You're just killing women and children. How do you combat that? So if you have a little education, you'll be able to answer those questions.
But I would add, it's not just a defense. A lot of individuals involve themselves in giving the tools to defend yourself. Here it's creating that visceral connection of truth and connection to the state of Israel. You can have kids and students go through the entire conveyor belt of Jewish learning and not connect to the state of Israel, not communicate and define what Israel means for them. And before they go onto campus and hit with that wave of anti-Semitism and that wave of anti-Israel, at least have vocalized that connection, that personal connection on the offensive, not on the defensive, of what Israel means to them.
Fascinating. I mean, I'd like to add, if I may, on a personal note, I was one of those youth once upon a time, and this week actually celebrating my Aliyah anniversary, as they say, 14 years. So as a personal note, thank you to both of you for all the help you've given me and to all the thousands of Olim who are continuing to make Aliyah, and may it only strengthen and strengthen. Thank
God you're one of the 90,000 that we've helped, and we're glad about that. And we have great partners in the Ministry of Immigration Absorption, Ministry of Health, all throughout the government and private sector as well. So we're very happy and glad that you made Aliyah, and look where you are today.
So am I. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for joining me today, gentlemen. Thank you.